What's up, everybody? Hope all of y'all are doing undeniably fan-freaking-tastic out there. It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's vlog day once again. And folks, I apologize for the tardiness of this particular vlog. It's just been a crazy day and a crazy week, and I think I've fooled around and ended up getting myself sick. Now, sick to what extent? I don't know. All I know is that I have definitely been I have definitely felt worse than I do now. So I know I'm not feeling that bad, but still, just something feels off physically. Okay. But yeah, I think it all started like last Tuesday. I think because right before I went to training, I started feeling extremely cold, like more cold than usual. And when I did go to training that night, I know I started feeling a little bit weird. Like I just knew something was off in my body. And yeah, I did have a little bit of a cough this week, as you can tell. But thankfully, I haven't been running a fever. My nose hasn't been running, and all I've had was just like this little bit of a cough this week. But I've been waking up every morning and using throat spray on myself. That's been helping me out a little bit. And I have taken a little bit of Dayquil here and there, but not too much. But yeah, like Tuesday I went to training and I was feeling a little bit weird that night, but I still pushed myself through it anyway. Then after training was over, I had to stay behind and go ahead and start setting up the Christmas decorations for APW. I got that done, but even in the process of that, I was feeling extremely drowsy. I was feeling very drowsy. But I don't think I got back home until about like 10, or pretty close to 11 that night. And when I got home, I had dinner. I tried laying down to watch a movie, and then I fell asleep during it. And I had to wake back up the next morning to finish it, but go figure. I still went to work that Wednesday. But yeah, Thursday I went grocery shopping. Somebody from my church came by and... Why is there a hornet flying around my head? Go away. You have the whole world to fly around in. You have all this space and you want to fly around my head. Why? Stop it. I want to give a shout out to somebody named Tammy who, Tammy goes to my church, and she ended up taking me to Walmart this past Thursday. And, she ended up helping me and my mom out get some groceries for the week. So Tammy, if you're out there watching, thank you very much. And Friday I went to APW. Friday night I went to APW, and yeah, I was backstage playing the music like I normally do. But then at the end of the night, something interesting happened. I was able to participate in my first pull-apart. Now, when wrestling a pull-apart means there's an uncontrollable brawl going on between two wrestlers, and the rest of the locker room needs to go out and try to get them separated, like pull them apart. And I think Friday was my first time being in one of those, and it was between Zay Vega and John Skyler, and yeah, I was able to get... It was chaotic out there, to say the least. But yeah, Saturday I went to work again too. But after I got off work Saturday, I was feeling just downright icky. Okay, I think the worst day was this past Saturday, and it kind of went into Sunday morning too. And I didn't even get to make it to church Sunday, but yeah. So even though I was late with it, I actually tried watching Full Gear Sunday night. But again, just feeling too gosh darn tired, like all my energy was drained away from me. I ended up falling asleep, and heck, shout out to Queen Enterprises. I was on the phone talking to her. I fell asleep mid-conversation. She had to call me twice just to wake me up. But yeah, I woke up this morning and I finished watching Full Gear then. And honestly, my review for Full Gear, I apologize for not doing ring rings about it. But like after watching Full Gear, I just noticed that there's been some things off about AEW recently, and I can't really put my finger on it. It's just that, man, watching Full Gear just felt like another extra long episode of Dynamite. Like nothing particularly special about the event in general. It did get kind of unsettling seeing um, Moxley and Yuta and Claudio and the other Death Riders beating Orange Cassidy to a pulp, but it is what it is. I'm still tuning into Dynamite when I can, but like I've just fallen out of love with Collision and Rampage right now. That sucks. But yeah, like this week's vlog was supposed to have a guest on it, and that was Crystal. And Crystal, if you're out there watching, shout out to you. She was supposed to make her official SSP debut here for Sup Everybody, but she messaged me this weekend. Unfortunately, she's sick too. So I don't want to promote anything, but hopefully she's good to go for this particular weekend after Thanksgiving. And speaking of Thanksgiving, Queen Enterprises will be coming to my house for Thanksgiving this year, and depending on what time she shows up, either right before we eat or right after we eat, I got to do an interview with her because next Sunday, December the 1st, I am bringing back Tuber Talk. And what Tuber Talk is, it was a mini YouTube series that I've had going on this channel where I interview different YouTubers. And certainly Queen Enterprises, she fits into that category. And plus, seeing as how Queen interviewed me on her channel for our anniversary, I figured it would only be fair I give Queen Enterprises an interview next. So if anybody has any questions for Queen Enterprises, go ahead and put it in the description below, and I'll put it in the comments below, and I'll ask her that this Thursday. This really sucks. Yeah. Ah. Come on, James, breathe. Yuck. Alright. But, yeah, speaking of Queen Enterprises, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about this week, and it was my review for, the Red 1 movie. And, honestly, after watching the Red 1 movie, this is my spoiler review now. So, if you want to skip the spoilers, look in the description below, and you can find a timestamp to let you skip over it. Alright. Alright, so you have until the count of 3 to skip that. You have until the count of 3 to click the timestamp. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, I think Red 1 was amazing, alright? Like, I think last week I gave it a solid 9 out of 10, and that was because that there's a particular reason why it didn't go 10 out of 10, and I guess that's because of missed opportunities. Alright, one major missed opportunity. I was hoping for a scene where when we saw the Rock or Cal walking to the North Pole, he saw the little Santa workshop, like in the middle of all the high-tech facility or whatever. He saw the little wooden, humble Santa workshop, alright? It said where it all began right there above the front door. I was kind of hoping we would see a scene inside of that building for a moment, but that wasn't the case. Another missed opportunity was when they was fighting the mutant snowmen, and they was pulling the carrots out of their nose to defeat them. At the very end, at the very end, the wolf, he said, "Okay, thanks. I'll remember that for next time." Like once Cal explained the whole carrot situation, he was like, "Okay, I'll remember that for next time." But a next time never came, and I wished a next time would have come, especially for the final battle scene right before they battle the witch at the very end. Um, yeah, like they could have put one more snowman in there for him to finally remember. All right, but look, like the dedication to innuendos in this movie. Like I saw a lot of inspiration walking into this movie. Like I saw certain things here and there, and I was like, I know exactly where they got that from. Like for example, the big, the big platform that Santa ends up taking off into with his reindeer. When Santa has his sleigh hooked up and he's got the reindeer in front of him, guiding him off and like off of that platform so he can like fly off into the sky. Just looking at that setup from the bridge all the way up to the North Pole, I was like, holy crap, that looks like Asgard. That definitely looks like Asgard from the Thor movies. And like if you look at Cal's ELFS uniform, you could see that reindeer skull on his you can see the reindeer skull patch on his arm, and I could tell that was definitely supposed to be a shout out to his Brahma Bull tattoo. And I was like, oh yeah, I see what you're doing, Dwayne. I see what you're doing, Dwayne. But yeah, look, seeing Cal shrink himself to do battle, like shrinking objects, making objects grow, and then shrinking himself. Same thing with Santa. I was like, that is definitely a shout out to Ant-Man right there if I've ever seen it. So, yeah, this definitely did feel like a fun parody of a Christmas Marvel movie, and I was all there for it, man. It was good. And, like, I know I've read a lot of negative reviews on the internet for this, and look, people hating on this movie is people that forgot to have fun. Like, for anybody that hates on Red 1, it just means you forgot to have fun with it, okay? I mean, of course, one thing could be said about Dwayne not really being different with his acting skills. Like, I would give it to that in that regard. Dwayne wasn't giving off that much emotion. He seemed like a literal rock throughout the whole movie. But yeah, another thing I wasn't expecting was a Krampus mention in the movie. And another thing I wasn't expecting was a Krampus babyface turn. Go figure. But yeah, the witch battle at the end, seeing her land into the big collection of naughty snow globes and ending up in a snow globe herself, I was like, yeah, that's pretty rad. That's pretty ironic ending for her. So everything looked pretty cool. But yeah, I would totally like to see some sequels to this in the future. Maybe a Red 2, maybe a Red 3. I mean, it's very possible. It is very possible. I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, again, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Totally a 9 out of 10. Alright. But yeah, spoiler review over in 3, 2, 1. Alright, spoilers over now. But yeah, folks, on to some other SSP business. I do have uploads planned and ready to go this week, but a set schedule is not exactly there just yet. Y'all bear with me. Right now, this is my busy part of the year where I'm trying to get everything organized and set up for Christmas week. The year is almost over, y'all. The year is almost over. I already know that Saturday I have to do a Ring Rumbles for Survivor Series. Sunday is definitely going to be the Tuber Talk with Queen Enterprises. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day itself, you will see a OSG premiere of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger at 6 p.m. So you can look forward to that. But now I just got to figure out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. No, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and figure out what I want to put on those days. So y'all just bear with me, alright? Yeah. I think Helpful Man is ready to come back for tomorrow, but I don't know yet. Again, y'all just stay tuned. Y'all bear with me. A lot of wild stuff is going on. Alright. But at least my ribs aren't hurting anymore. Yeah, about that. One thing I forgot to mention is that, like, while I had this cough going on Wednesday and Thursday, Thursday was extremely bad, but Wednesday and Thursday, like, I had sore muscles all over. Like, um, it was from my ribs to right here along the top of my shoulder blades, and like right here in between my shoulder blades where my upper spine is. Like, I was feeling sore all over this past week, and every time I would cough Thursday, it would feel like I'm getting squeezed right here in my rib cage. It was hurting to cough. That's how bad it was. But thankfully that pain is gone right now. Thank the good Lord that pain is gone right now. But yeah. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. For anybody that took time to actually come out and listen to me today. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this vlog on up now. And yeah, God bless you all. Have a good day, have a good week, have a good Thanksgiving if you're celebrating it. And yeah, love all of you, and until next time, make sure all of y'all remember to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah, I'm out. Love you all. Here goes my hug of appreciation. Bye.